So we're hearing an organ voluntary before the Mass. The Cardinal's entering, blessing the crowd as he comes. Who, since they're Americans and in pews, face forward. This were a normal European church, they'd all be looking back, looking at the Cardinal, waiting for the blessing, but we're more reserved.
You can really see the beauty of the shrine to Our Lady of Guadalupe, though. What a magnificent building they have built there.
It's a good shot.
That's very good.
Yeah.
And I gather now that we're working on an audio fix, but those in the shrine right now hear the prayers of the Cardinal.
Well, there's music, there's an introit being sung.
Oh, I see.
And so they don't hear these prayers precisely because these prayers traditionally are prayers that the ministers say before they ascend the altar.
I see.
And the confession, which is proper to the people, will be, at a solemn Mass at least, will be recited before communion. And now the ministers make the confession also. This is double. The celebrant makes a confession and then the ministers make a confession. Here we go. And you, Father, that's what they're saying. And you, Father, when they
turn, yeah. And they'll say, mea culpa too, at some point during this?
Yeah, that's what they're doing right now.
Uh-huh. So
there we go.
So they're asking for prayers when they,
right,
and then they say, "And you,
it's
Father,
the usual
pray
and
for
I
me."
confess that we would say in the Mass. Then he says, the subdeacon accompanies the deacon because he'll be holding the gospel book for the deacon. The gospel is sung facing north. The church is oriented eastward. That's the most heavenly direction, you might say, and north is the least heavenly. And so the gospel is sung facing north, towards the cold north, for the light of the gospel, warmth of the gospel, and against the devil. Nice up close. It's nice. See the attentive and devout face of the deacon. And then we'll hear the Annunciation from St. Luke's Gospel.
Nada virgine desponsata in filo cui nomen erat Deus, de domo da, et nomen Virginis Marii.
As he bows his head at the name of Mary.
Et ingressus angelus adeandix, nave gratia plena Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, cum audisse turbata est in sermone cogitabat qualis esset ista salutasi net ait angelus net timias Marii.
Bow at the name of Mary, notice.
In gratia nece concipies in utero paries filii.
This fulfillment of the prophecy we heard in the first reading. Behold, you will conceive and bear a son. And then bow their head in the name of Jesus.
Net habitiri Dominus Deus sed in David Patris. Nere navidin como Jacobinete, nere Eius non erida, Dixit aute Maria tange, modo pietis,
How shall this be, as I do not know man?
Ne respondens angelus dixite, mi Spiritus Sancto super
The Holy Ghost shall come upon thee, and the power of the Most High shall overshadow thee.
Nere virtus altissimi ovum gravidet, Nideoque connascetur extesa,
For he shall be born of you of the Most High, of God. Notice the next time they say Mary, they'll bow their heads.
Netic mensi sexus est equivocatur isteri, quia non erit impossibili apud Deum omner.
Mary,
Dixit aute Maria, nece ancilat, Domi, quia dice cum verbum.
behold the hand of the Lord, and you know the rest. Be it done unto me according to thy word. Now the book of the Gospels will be taken directly to the cardinal without a reverence in the middle, because it symbolizes the Lord himself for his veneration, because it's the gospel book. And then he will be sensed by the deacon. You can see him before the altar rail, sensing the bishop in his direction.
In thanking God today, I offer grateful prayers for all who implored our Lord on my behalf, invoking the intercession of Our Lady, Saint Joseph, and all the saints.
And here it is. Notice with the American custom, the Knights of Columbus there presented their swords at the elevation, rarely seen today. Now the consecration of the sacred chalice. And here it is.
Sit nomen Domini
May the name of the Lord be blessed,
benedictum.
now and forever. Our help is in the name of the Lord,
Adjutorium nostrum in nomine Domini,
who made heaven and earth.
benedicat vos
May Almighty God bless you.
omnipotens Deus,
Then he takes the crozier as a sign of authority for the blessing.
Pater
Father,
et
the Son,
Filius et
and the Holy
Spiritus
Spirit.
Sanctus.
Thy gracious kingdom reign.
Like thine own
by thine own eternal Spirit, dwell in all our hearts alone. By thine all-sufficient merit, raise us to thy glorious throne. See the organ there?